Day 28 of the Ghostly Tales. If you travel up to Northumberland and to a small village called Elston, just before you get there, there is a sign from our grotesque past. There stands a gibbet. This where a criminal was hung after being convicted of his crime. The story is of William Winters. William Winters was an A2 well who lived and worked in the Northumberland area. He worked on the farms and in the mills around the area, going from job to job, as he was always getting sacked for stealing. One night he was down on his luck and out of money, so he decided he would go eat for easy game. There was an old woman who lived not very far, but by herself in a lonely house. She was a sales merchant and she had a little shop in the Elston village where she made a good living from. And so William Winters knew that he would be able to get some money. He went, knocked on the door, where she answered. Pushing his way in, he grabbed her and forced her and tied her to a chair, demanding to know where the money was. The old lady was shocked and frightened at her injuries, died. William Winters ransacked her house, but found very little money. The money what he did get, he took and used to go on a drinking spree the next day in town. Now all the village was enraged by this murder of such an old woman who had never done anything wrong to anybody. And soon a reward was put out for any information to the rest of the person who did it. One of William Winters' accomplices decided she would make an easy buck, and she went to the authorities and told that it was William Winters who'd done the murder. With this evidence, William Winters was arrested and tried for the murder. He was sentenced to death, and as a warning to other criminals, his body was hung in a gibbet not far from the house that he'd done the crime. His body sat in the gibbet, rotting away, with many people walking past. If you go past now to the gibbet, you will see that sometimes there is a wooden head hung from the gibbet. This is to represent William Winters. In days gone past as well, the gibbet was a sort of treatment, and people would go and cut bits of the gibbet off to help from anything from toothache to backache to getting pregnant. And so over time the original gibbet disappeared. It is said that people have been up out at Elston and gone past the Winters gibbet and have seen apparitions of the gibbet in its full glory, swinging in the wind, with a skeleton of William Winters in it. Also, if you're up there late at night, you can hear moans and the groans, which is said to be William Winters in his internal cage and damnation.